All right, back on the road, back moving. Finally got past the accident. And remember the point where I said, you know, to try to remember to keep in mind the people involved in the accident. I mean, it wasn't gruesome or anything from what I saw, but it looked really bad. I think a semi was involved. I tried to record a little bit as I went by. Thankfully, right after I got clear of the accident, there's a rest area. So more in a minute. All right, guys, quick on the road type update here. I am stopped. Yeah, thankfully. I am at just about 1 mile before exit 9 on 475. Again, I need to get to about 16, but traffic is flowing up here past the accident. It is 6:03. The show began at 6 o'clock, and I am just past Macon. I'm getting near Atlanta, but I need to get past Atlanta, and I'm not there yet, so I have to get back on the road. Fun times. Fun times. This has been quite a journey. But yeah. All right, let's get back on the road. All right, just sorry about the bad lighting. I'll try to brighten this in editing. Just put some gas in the car. $59 later. Actually, not as bad as I thought it might be. This trip is just kind of stressing me out for a number of reasons. I'd really rather not get into it. Sorry, I don't go into everything here. Just money and driving and time and the traffic and just, I really hope I get good interviews out of this because it's so important and I'm just been having some trouble. Let's get back on the road and get to Marietta, shall we? Rolling down 75. Rather verdant part of 75. Lots of trees, not lots of civilization. So, why am I recording? Because we are coming up on another milestone. Have to find it. The last milestone was getting on to 475 and then dealing with that garbage. 199. Folks, we are about 1 mile from the milestone. So that was the mile of the milestone. 1 mile warning. Buck Creek. Music, copyrighted music, Sean. Exit 201. That exit will basically be it. So I guess I'll go ahead and say it. What's the big milestone? Well, that exit's in 1 mile, it's 201. Mile 200! We are in the 200s. I am about 63 miles, I want to say, from getting off of 75. Speaking of which, there's mile marker 200. Did you catch it? Did you catch it in front of that truck? All right, let me drive. Bye. Thank you so much.
Yeah, duh. Fucking 4-9 blocks is happening. What's the left?
I want to bet it's inspiring, isn't it? What are we doing? Which
Hello there, everybody. I've recorded a number of Almost Interestings from my bedroom. I have not recorded any Almost Interestings from someone else's bedroom, but alas, here we are. This bedroom happens to belong to the Super 8 Motel in Stockbridge, Georgia, and they agreed to let me rent it for the night. Now, you might be saying, Sean, why did you rent a hotel room for the night? Let me tell you folks a bedtime story. This bedtime story, are you all tucked in, cuddled up with your blankies and your little teddy bears? This bedtime story is called Why Sean Did Not Make It Back from Marietta to Quitman After Doing His Project. So, Sean drove along the road. Okay, dropping the pretense. I got that frappe I showed you at Burger King, and I got on the road, like officially driving towards Marietta at 2 o'clock. I arrived at the Battle and Brew restaurant at about like 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30. I hit one horrendous traffic jam in Macon. It may have taken an hour, seriously. I mentioned that earlier in this vlog with the semi. Then there was another one that was probably 15, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. In Atlanta, there was an accident in one of the, it's not a tunnel, but they have the like 6-lane wide roads going over 75. So it's like a huge overpass. There's lights underneath and everything. It was in there and it took us down from 6 lanes to like 2 lanes. That slowed us up some. So anyway, I did make it to the Battle and Brew. By the way, that place is amazing. One of, if not the only, gaming bar in the country. They have craft cocktails, they have craft beers, and they have Wii U, Xbox One, PS4, they have PCs to play like Warcraft or League of Legends or anything else. The staff was all very great. I was expecting to interview people associated with MomoCon because that's the person I had contacted, and he was doing his radio show at that restaurant. I talked to him, and I talked to a couple of his assistants. I also talked to like 3 or 4 different bartenders, servers at the restaurant that because I was talking about gaming, and they were open to talking to me about gaming. So that was fantastic. I get to look over that footage. I'm thinking it's going to be a little dark and maybe a little quiet just because of where I had the microphone positioned. So we'll take a look at that. So anyway, I left there probably around 10 o'clock, and that's when the real adventure began. So I knew that it was late, and that if I drove straight back to Quitman, I'd be getting in at like 1, if not 2 o'clock in the morning. I was hungry, and I noticed that I was just starting to get a little bit tired. And if I was just starting to get tired at 10 o'clock, what was I going to be like at 2 a.m., right? So I knew that I had like a good amount of money on my card when I left. I knew I had a good amount of money on my card when I left. I wasn't sure how much was on it at that point because I had to fill up the tank, as I showed you before. And when you use your debit card at a new gas station, oftentimes it puts a hold on it in addition to the gas you're getting. So I wasn't sure how big that hold was. I went to Taco Bell and I got myself a little dinner that I was going to eat, regardless of whether I got a hotel or not. And then I had the thought of just finding the nearest motel and just trying my card and seeing if it worked. And if it worked, then I would stay at that motel. If it didn't work, I would just drive home, and maybe make a lot of stops and get some, lots of caffeine and do what I could. When it just so happened that I spotted a Walmart, and I had to work my way back to it. Oh, I didn't mention this, so back up a little. I knew I could check the balance of my card with my phone, but my phone was out of minutes. So, and I even tried to add more minutes on the phone, and it gave me a hard time, and I couldn't do it. So, insert the hotel plan part here. I happened to see a Walmart. And so I worked my way back to it, and I went in and I was able to get a TrackPhone card and put some time back on my phone. And then I was able to use my phone to check the balance on my card, and then it said that I had plenty of money. And then in the parking lot of the Walmart, I happened to see Super 8 right across the street. So that's where I came in. And the man at the front desk was very nice, by the way. He was excellent. I don't know if the people at Super 8 are watching this, but on, what day is today? Mother's Day. Overnight, Mother's Day, May 11th, May 10th, May 11th. He checked me in on the 10th, but it's now the 11th. Overnight man at the service desk, very, very nice. The room is very clean. It's very nice, so this is where I will lay my head for the evening because I'm tired. And they have a free continental breakfast, so I'm going to hit that up in the morning. I know, me get up in the morning, but it's a thing. It's a thing that happens for continental breakfast. I hope they have that waffle maker thing. Oh, so good. Anyway, I'm digressing. And then, so probably sometime around 11 or maybe 12, I'll hit the road and make the rest of the drive back home to Quitman. This is gonna sound a little weird, but I told my mom, I called my mom and checked in, when I got all settled in here. I told her, this feels like very big boy, if that makes sense. It's like it already felt kind of like, mature, so to speak. I'm gonna have an almost interesting coming up about the idea of growing up, because I feel like it's at a time where I'm going to be doing that, even though I'm 31 years old, that I still have growing up to do. But anyway, that's for another vlog. It's very big boy. It's like I made the drive there, I made the drive back, I made the decision that I needed to stop, and I checked myself into a hotel room. Really, I think this is the first time I've ever actually checked myself alone into a hotel room. So, yeah. The only thing I'm kicking myself about is I didn't bring my laptop because I didn't think I was going to need it because I was going to be going right back home. They gave me a Wi-Fi password and everything. I would be all up on my computer right now. But oh well. Oh well. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Well, that's about it. I'm settled in here at Super 8, Stockbridge, Georgia. And I will shoot some more footage tomorrow. And I will be coming back home. So I am going to go take a shower and get some sleep. And what is going to be hopefully like 8 or 9 hours for me will be mere moments for you. All right, we have actually one more thing to do at the night here in the room. This is a tradition that I am borrowing from the former Miss Trippy, Allie Speed, on CTFXC. Whenever they were traveling, or she was traveling, and she checked into a new hotel, you have to do a bed test. You have to do a bed test to make sure the bed is good. So, welcome to the first ever Almost Interesting bed test. Not bad.